Hey guys, so I figured that it was about time that I uploaded this video. My plan was to obviously make the video on Sunday and kind of disperse the content then. Unfortunately, I was very sick and I actually had a lot going on Sunday, and I ended up seeing a friend that I hadn't seen in years. So I decided that it would be good to basically spend some time with her and like I don't know, enjoy just community versus like stick to a designated schedule, especially because it's only YouTube and it's only social media versus like these are real human interactions. So I figured that was a little bit more important. So, if you have a autoimmune disease, most likely you have been on prednisone before. Prednisone is the best and worst thing that has literally ever been created. um, so, it is like this beautiful drug that helps so much, and it is amazing and it is wonderful and it is just so helpful. But unfortunately, it has a bunch of terrible side effects that come with it, and to include like irritability, aggression, weight gain, irregular periods, like hormonal acne due to that. You can get something where basically it stops your adrenal glands from producing. And I believe it's called Addison's disease if you're on a bunch of steroids for a prolonged period of time and then all of a sudden you get off of them, your body can't really produce what it was producing before. So it kind of just like shuts down. Your adrenal glands shut down. Um, so it causes all of these crazy things, and the biggest two being the aggression and irritability, and the weight gain. Now, for me personally, the weight gain is one of the worst things for me. um, and so when I started the high dose of prednisone, I started on 80 milligrams of steroids, which are prednisone, and I was on that for, I believe, a few months, and then they started to taper down. Um, I was 125 pounds when I started the prednisone, and then I skyrocketed up to 162 pounds. Now, I wasn't really eating, so it was kind of like, where is all of this coming from? And it was really hard for me to deal with it because I had no idea where like this weight gain was coming from, and it was so frustrating. It was so overwhelming, and it was so scary. Um, and I started to feel super self-conscious about myself, my weight gain. I wasn't fitting into my clothes anymore. And even if I was, it like my face got super round, and I'm still dealing with a lot of the inflammation. Not nearly as bad as it was even a month ago, but it was pretty bad. And so I had the classic moon face that everyone gets when they're on prednisone, and that was probably one of the hardest things for me, because when you're sick, you don't really have, like, it tries to take away the things that make you you. And for me, like makeup and really fashion is really, really something that's super important to me. That's how I thrive, especially clothes and like doing different things with clothes and like having fun with that. That's huge to me. So it robbed me of that. So I was dealing with a lot emotionally, trying to battle that. And trying to accept what my body was going through, and trying to accept that even though I was feeling better, my body was going to change a lot. So, really, there's nothing you can really do to avoid the moon phase or to avoid the weight gain. You can be proactive, obviously, doing certain stuff will help, you're not going to make it any worse. But so some major things that they told me was still work out. You get a lot of energy when you're on prednisone. And so I really made it a point to use that energy and make sure that I was working out, that all of this stuff was going on, and I was still able to kind of get my daily workout in, even if it was only 30 minutes. The second thing is to watch your sugar intake. Sugar, especially added sugar, plays such a huge role in weight gain. And it's in so much stuff that you honestly wouldn't even believe that it was in. I mean, it's in ketchup, it's in some mustards, it's in salad dressing, it's like in regular bread. When you get like fresh bread baked from somewhere, it usually doesn't have sugar, but if you buy it from like the grocery store, it's going to have sugar. And so it's one of those things that you really, really have to watch out for. The third thing that I would say is to watch your sodium intake. It causes you to retain a lot of water. Adding a ton of sodium into that or having a lot of sodium on top of that isn't going to help your situation either. It's only going to make it a little bit worse. Would definitely say watch your sodium. Like, that is like the one thing that I'm like, no, high sodium, I'm out. Like, high sugar, I'm out. Like, it was something that I really had to stay focused to. Not really, like, I was super strict on it, but when I got off of that, when I was still on the prednisone, I gained more weight. So the first like month and a half to 2 months, I had only gained, I think, like 10 pounds. And then when I started being super non-restrictive with food, so the sugar and sodium intake, my weight skyrocketed up to that 160s. And so it was really, really hard for me. But it did help. Like, I literally like tracked everything, and like those particular things helped. So I would definitely say that those things were important. Once you get off the steroids, definitely taking some time to get your body back in sync, and making sure that all your blood work is healthy and you're checking all of that stuff with your doctor, obviously. But definitely making sure that you're staying on track with the working out, the eating super healthy. And unfortunately, like, I mean, obviously I still live my life and I still like have fun and do certain things, even when I'm watching it while I'm on prednisone. But it's little things that are going to make the difference, and so that's kind of what has helped me the most. So I was off steroids for a while, and just like on random like spurts of like 20 or 40 milligrams. So I'm back on prednisone 50 milligrams for 7 days, and then they're going to start tapering down every week from there. Kind of bummed, but it's going to help my lungs. As you can tell, I'm like super raspy right now. And super wheezy. And then we have a whole bunch of other meds that we've added on top of that. And I'm also on Somedrol injections and then an inhaled steroid as well. So it's just one of those things that you really, really just have to be like mindful of. And then also ask yourself, like, what am I putting in my body, and is it nourishing, and am I doing it every day, or am I not doing it every day? And like, I know that it's easy to get into a habit of going like, well, I'm sick, so I'm just gonna live my life, and I'm just gonna do this because I do it too. And I'm like, oh, well, it's fine. Like, I'm gonna live my life. Like, it's not gonna stop me from living my life. And then I just go into like this habitual circle of like just round and round of like, okay, I ate it. Okay, I feel even worse. And then I get okay, and then I ate it, and then I feel even worse. And then it's like I'm never committing 100% to the journey, and that's super common. Like, it happens. Like, we're very frustrated, we have a lot going on, and so it's just kind of important to really just make sure that we're trying to do what we can when we can. And even though like we may get off track, it's just super important to like get back on track and get refocused and rezone. Like, we're only human, it's gonna happen. Just enjoy the process. Like, unfortunately, this is our life, and this is kind of the journey that we're on. and like, this is our season. Like, we're just gonna ride through it. Like, we have to continue to push and continue to go. Like, life's gonna go on anyway, and so we just have to maintain like a super positive attitude about it, and just say, like, this is what we're like dealt with. Like, we can sulk, we can do whatever, but like, screw it, we're gonna get up and we're gonna move on, and we're gonna continue to like maintain this positive energy, because really that's the only thing that's gonna help us. And trust me, I have days where I'm like down and I'm like crying and I'm like out, and I'm out for the count, and I'm literally just in bed like in a ball going like, I can't do this anymore. But I get up and I move on, and like, I have people who support me and love me, who are there for me, and even if I didn't, like, I'm here for me. Like, even if nobody was there for me, I'm here for me. I have myself to be here for. Like, my body needs me, like, my, you know, my brain needs me, like, all of my body is dependent on me. So even if you don't have anybody, you still have yourself, and you are so worth it, and you're so worth the energy and everything else that comes with it. So I really hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you guys on Sunday. And I am super excited for this video and the journey that it's kind of going to show, and kind of let you guys in a little bit on our journey. So hopefully you do enjoy it. As always, it's been such a great time. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel so you can see videos kind of like this every week. And by kind of, I mean I'll be in the video. They kind of vary, which I think is cool, because life, like, I'm not just one thing. I'm 1,000 different things in one. So please like and subscribe, and I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Bye, guys. Welcome back. I am so sorry for the way that I look right now. This is like super real and super raw, what I look like without makeup and a ton of medicine and after working out this morning. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and here it is.